Hello guys, welcome back to X2Z Garage, and you should know by now that this is the 68 Mustang that we swapped a 5-liter fuel-injected V8 out of a Fox body into. Now, first of all, happy Thanksgiving, late Thanksgiving. You're probably seeing this a week late, but we're actually filming this 2 days before Thanksgiving. So yeah, but today, in this video, we are going to hear this thing run.
For the first time.
For the first time.
Let's give them a little shot of they haven't seen everything connected
yes,
yet.
because we have done a couple of things.
Quite a few things actually since last time we videoed this car.
Yeah, so we did try and start this before, so.
We got the intake on. We got the throttle body on, the throttle body spacer plate. We did convert this system to a mass air car because this motor came out of a speed density car. Put it in the new distributor because one of the bolts broke off on the inside. Cap, rotor, wires, wire loom. Installed the original bracket from the Fox body onto the shock tower with the coil. Wrapped all of this wiring. Like, there's wires we don't need. This is for like if it was a manual. It's not a manual, so we'll either cut that off or roll it up and tuck it away in case we decide to do a manual swap. Picked up a battery for it last night because the battery we had was too big for the holder. Today we pulled the distributor out because it was off 180 degrees, and now it's the first time we're going to try to start it after making sure it was on top dead center and
yep,
pointing in the right direction. So
we did try and start it like 2 days ago.
Fixed a couple of fuel leaks.
Yeah, we blew the fuel line in 2 spots. Well, it wasn't really blowing fuel line. It was more of popping clamps loose because they weren't as tight as they should be.
We used the low car throttle cable, which we still have to tighten down, it looks like.
Yeah.
For some reason I didn't get that tight, but anyways. And we used the original TV cable. I had to make a bushing on the lathe. Right there, you can see it. This thing right here, because I could order one, it would take like a week to get here, or I could make it in about a half hour on the lathe, so we made it on the lathe. Fingers crossed, bad boy fires right up the first time we get the timing light hooked up. We'll have to pull the spout connector that they put in a horrible position to get it in time, and once it's timed, then we're going to get the export brace painted, or we're going to use Rhino liner, get the hood on it. Need to add a hose to this that we don't have on here yet.
Yep.
This car never came with an overflow tube, but I'm thinking we might put an overflow thing right here.
Throw the interior back in it, all that good stuff.
Pull it back in the garage, let it sit till spring so we can go out and get it in alignment, because this thing took forever.
Yeah. Let's see, what was I going to say? The first time we did try and start this, we turned the key to the accessory position, and we did not hear a fuel pump. We later figured out, thankfully, that we did not have any of the relays plugged in.
Yeah.
So we threw those in there, and it fired right, well, the fuel pump turned right on.
So smoke gas, heard spitter, spatter, spatter, and the line popped off at the fuel tank.
Yep.
That fuel tank's fuel pump from Holly has 2 different sizes on it. I had the hose on the smaller side, so I made a longer hose to go over the bigger side, double clamped it, went around, and we tried it again. The fuel line popped off, or not popped off, it started leaking right here. Tightened that one up the rest of the way. So word of advice, don't leave anything undone thinking you're gonna get back to it later, because well, you'll find out.
You'll forget about it and stuff will go wrong.
We pulled a spark plug today, rolled it over top dead center. I could smell there was fuel getting the spark plug, so the injectors are working. Pulled the cap, the distributor, the rotor was pointing this way and it should have been pointing that way, so pulled it out, spun it around, got it back in. And I am ready to try this because I would like to hear this thing run.
Enough yapping. I'll put you on a camera stand and we will get to the main objective on this video.
The first hearing it run, hopefully.
Yeah, alright.
If not, then we'll make another video on how we got it to run.
No. It'll be in this video.
I hope so.
Alright.
I'm gonna stand in the way in case this thing takes off. It's in park, right?
Yeah, it's important. It's off the ground anyway.
Not complete.
Alright. There's that fuel pump.
Whoa, yeah. Try it again. Give it a second. It might just need to get some air out of lines. Try it again. Alright. Go ahead.
It's close. It wants to.
Okay, try it again. Try it again. Try it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Close.
Come on. You want to try getting the gas or?
No, just let her sit for a second. We'll try again. I think there just could be a lot of air in these lines.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a long line. All right, try it again.
What?
Go ahead. Okay, we may have to fart with that timing a little bit.
Yeah. Alrighty, so
We're back at it.
Yeah, we're back at it after a few months. Last time we filmed on this thing, try and get it started. You know, in the, I don't know, maybe it was, well, it was the video where it was just a shop update, stuff like that. We showed you what it was doing, trying to start, and you probably saw that same thing in the first part of this video. I'm trying to remember what all we filmed because that was a couple months ago where we were trying to fire this thing up for the first time. And we've done a couple things like the new throttle plate and the EGR delete and the which plug was it that you rewired?
The EGR plug, we bought a EGR bypass plug so the computer doesn't have a code, and then we had to wire this on because the painless kit had
A different
shaped housing that wouldn't plug into a Fox body one for whatever reason. I don't know. They just changed the designer. They couldn't get the plug, but luckily we had that harness, or we'd have been SOL.
Yeah. So in this video, or well, in this part of the video, we're still back at it, trying to get this thing running. And
we found out through other sources that basically this has a resistor that in 68 the coil only needed 9 volts. So off the start run switch in the ignition, it will go through resistor to 9 volts out to the coil. Well, the painless kit suggests hooking to the coil wire. The problem is the FoxPy computer won't run on 9 volts. So we would start it, and it would start, boom,
and then it died. And the reason it went down to 9 volts because the 289 had a point system, and the lower voltage allowed it not to burn out the points. And this one, when you start it up, the distributor sends the the computer
sends 12 volts to the distributor, or 12 volts to the coil, which sends voltage to the distributor to make the spark plugs go.
Yes, but the distributor sends a, I guess, signal to the computer that the engine is turning over and turns on the fuel pump. So with that not having enough voltage, it wasn't telling the computer to turn the fuel pump on, therefore loss of fuel.
The influx of the starter voltage being 12 volts, when we had the key on the start position, had a full 12 volts through the solenoid, that would tell the computer, hey, it's 12 volts. As soon as you put it back to run, it would drop to 9 volts. The computer would say, oops, don't got enough power, and it would shut it off. So it'd sound like it was running, like the start was bang.
Yep.
And that would just die over and over again. So luckily, Max found that advice on there. So what we're going to do now is I cut the wire right at the ignition switch. Left me a little bit of a lead. Ow, where'd the light go?
Oh, it's back here. Oh, and I just dropped it. All right. Whoa, that's bright.
Left myself enough lead to tie into that. We'll poke a new hole in the firewall and then tie that into raw 12 voltage upstream of that resistor. We basically eliminated the resistor.
Bypass that.
No, we completely eliminated it. I cut it off.
Oh, okay.
Cut it off outside.
All right. So yeah, it's basically, really, you don't really need to see it. You've seen plenty of wiring on this channel.
Besides, you guys don't want to hear that kind of language as I'm complaining and using vulgarity and laying in that position to try to hook this up.
All right.
Let's keep this family friendly.
So yeah, we'll probably come back when it is done, and we are probably around ready to start.
Hopefully.
Attempt to start.
Yeah. If not, we'll chase the next rabbit hole. That's what this thing is, a rabbit hunt.
All right, so we have the dash all tied back up. So what we had to do is we had to take that key switch out.
Need light?
Sure. But we had to take that key switch out to access some of the wires that hooked to it. There's a pink wire. We had to take some black insulation off of.
Because there's a resistor on that pink wire.
Yeah, there's a resistor on that pink wire, like I was telling you about earlier, that knocks that voltage down, which with the self-regulated fuel pump would kill itself and in turn turn the car off. Yeah, we gotta hook the battery up still. But yeah, we hooked that pink wire up to a wire we ran through the firewall, up to a coil, the Fox body coil wire. So that should supply, once that key is in run, a full 12 volts all the time. So the fuel pump should not shut off and shut the engine off.
We'll get a lot of ups and downs on this, so we'll find out.
Yeah. He's tightening that battery back up there. And these are some of the wiring diagrams we had to use. Where'd you find these?
I found them online, and I printed them, and what is it?
Laminated?
10 by 17 or something.
Yeah.
Laminated, so
They're pretty big.
not destroy them with greasy mitts. And if we got them all greasy, we could wipe them off.
Yep.
So advice to you guys, if you're gonna do something like this, this is the entire wiring diagram of this car.
All of it.
And I had everything, so I just broke it down to the things that we might need. Like that's the convenience system. Yeah, charging. And we weren't using those at the time, so I didn't bother laminating them.
Okay, so like in the last video, it started up and then it died immediately. So we're gonna see.
All right, folks, cross your fingers with us. Hopefully this will be the thing. It's in park, right?
Yeah.
All right, because I don't want to get ran over.
It's on dollars, but.
Oh, there's fuel pump. Looky there. Sounds like it started. Sounds too bad. Haven't thrown a belt yet. It's running.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yo, glass packs don't sound too bad on there.
Of course, we have to set the timing and set the idle and all that other stuff, but that is great news.
Get this thing done.
How much moisture was blowing out all that?
Quite a bit, actually.
It's got true duals, folks.
It does.
That's why ethanol fuel sucks.
Yeah. And this thing is no longer a 289.
It's a high output 302.
Got any oil leakage? A little bit.
Yeah, that could have been from
Not a whole
before.
lot, yeah.
But we're gonna have to move it to one, so we'll get back on the lift, and we gotta get the idle set. And obviously this isn't even tight yet. We need to pull the spout connector off and set the timing.
Set the timing for reels.
Hook up the oil sending unit so we can tell what the oil pressure is. Yeah, ooh, smoky neat.
Yeah, very.
Well, it's got a lot of assembly lube and shit.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, folks. We got to call it a night because it's work night,
Yep.
school night.
Yep.
And congratulations, Max. Good to
Yeah,
get it.
we did do it. So, what is next for the 68 Mustang? Interior back in, hood on.
Set the timing.
Timing.
Idle, pull it out of here.
We got to get that transmission set.
You come up
Air
with
filter.
Air filter.
Got to get that transmission pressure set.
Yeah, so it'll go back on the lift for that.
Yep.
I got a whole gauge set up for screwing into the transmission. We'll set the right pressure. We used the factory TV cable, so I did everything that they said to do in the factory manual as far as setting the TV cable. So what I'm inspecting to see is the right oil pressure.
Right.
Neutral.
Transmission. Oh yeah, yeah. Shock tower brace. All of just the miscellaneous small parts that we had to take off to get to some of the stuff.
Battery hold down.
Battery hold down. Here's your phone. Don't want to forget that.
Yeah. No, that's exciting.
Yeah.
His mom's gonna be excited because.
Yeah. Hopefully she'll get to drive it this summer. Then I guess maybe if I get bored after school one day, I'll throw the interior in.
Get the rest of the kill mat down.
Yeah.
That won't take long.
No.
Big square spot.
Yep. And then.
What I got, I'm probably gonna order some more since you use some in your car.
Yeah. And then get it out of here. And get one of the notches in here. Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the notch, one of the notches is gonna be next. We're gonna bring in the blue one, see how bad it is underneath.
Yeah.
If it's worth even trying to save. The white one's pretty solid bones underneath. It just needs floor pans.
Yeah.
Shock tower's good. The other one looked like shock tower's pretty rough, but we've been watching a lot of videos on that, and that might be a nice challenge to try.
Yeah.
Since we'd have to pull the motor and all that, like we stuff. Excuse me, folks. Stuff out of it like we did this, but at least it'd be like for like going back in.
Yeah.
As long as I've got all the manuals for those Fox bodies, so we'll know whichever wire goes where.
Yeah.
But thank you again. Subscribe, tell your friends.
Yeah.
Hope you're excited as we are.
Comment on anything, really.
Oh, I'm just glad all these pulleys worked out. There's a lot of stuff that we had to hand tweak to get this thing to match up. So
there's a lot of stuff that other people didn't show in the other videos.
Yeah, and we didn't either.
No.
We just showed you what we put together after we put it together, but not all the heartache in between.
Yep.
Because who wants to see that drama? Nobody wants to see drama.
Yeah. All right, well, that's going to be all for this video. And we are very happy that it runs now.
Yeah.
So.
Looking forward to seeing this one.
Yep. Bye.
Au revoir.